Okay, so we'll discuss on advertising objectives, then DAGMAR approach, and promotional budget. So we are discussing on IMC, where in IMC the main component is advertising. So in advertising, when we are discussing, in general, we see that if we ask what is the objective of advertisement, we will say that what is the common answer that we get is sales, is it not? So if you ask anybody, what is the objective of advertisement? Advertisement is sales, but can we have sales as an objective for advertisement? Mark, can we have that? Whether sales can be an objective of advertisement, right? So the answer is most of the cases it cannot be. So most of the cases advertisers cannot have the objective as sales for advertisement. Yes, the ultimate thing, the ultimate need is sales, turnover. So that is obvious. But whether you can have the immediate objective of advertisement as sales, it is not possible. Most of the cases. Some cases, yes, you can have it, but most of the cases, it is not. So why it is not? Why we cannot have sales as an objective? Reason. Advertisement is not the only one factor influencing the sales. So it is not just so many factors that influence sales. So what? So as advertisement is an investment, is a decision that is taken by the marketer, is a decision taken by the advertiser. So he will has to justify his decisions to his management, his higher ups, right? So he will have to say, look, I have made this investment, this is the returns that I have got. So he will have to show that number. He has to show the results. So if you are not able to identify what is the effect of what is the effect of advertisement on sales, then you cannot have sales as an objective. Okay, so there should be, whereas you can say if I invest this much in advertisement, it gives this much of sales. So that is not possible, because there are so many factors that influence the sales. So isolating the effect of advertisement on sales is not possible. Difficult to isolate on sales. The contributory role of advertisement occurs over a long run. So it is not necessary that the effect of advertisement, see an advertisement, consumers or the target audience sees an advertisement, and the sales will happen today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. It may not happen. It may take some. It depends on the product, it depends on the market, it depends on various other factors. But yes, it will have an effect. It will have when that effect will be there, how much time it will take, we cannot tell. It may take some years also. Maybe some jewelry product, heavy investment, the products. There, the effect of advertisement is not immediate. It will be there in the back of the mind of the consumers. The influence of the advertisement will be there, and it will be resulting in sales over a long period of time. Possibility is there. unless the product is a very small product. Generally, a low involvement product, the sales may happen immediate after the exposure of advertisement, right? Factors that because of which we cannot have sales as an objective for advertisement. So you see that there are so many factors that influence sales. So advertisement also influences, but to what extent advertisement influences, whether the influence of advertisement is 20% here, whether the influence is 10% here, so that I cannot measure it. It is very difficult to measure. But overall, all these factors influences advertising, pricing, distribution, packaging, product features, competition, consumer taste and preferences, like this. All these factors influence the sales, the economy, right? So many factor influences. So just having sales as an objective for my advertisement, if I have it, I will not be able to tell to what extent my advertisement has influenced it. So I cannot measure it. So like that, when you are having an objective, you should be able to measurable. Is it not? When you are setting an objective, you should be able to measure it. Because of this, I was able to get this. Because of this much effort in studies, I was able to get this much marks. Right? So you know that if I want to score 60%, I have to put this much effort. If I have to score 80%, I have to put this much effort. So that the relationship is direct there. There is no other factors influencing. So you can set objectives there. Right? So in advertisement, we cannot set because you are not able to measure the effect of advertisement on sales directly. That's why you cannot set. But low involvement product, obviously you can tell because these other factors may not be that much influencing in such a situation, and that too when the product is new. So the influence of advertisement is more. So in such cases, we can have sales as an objective. Say low involvement products, say wafers, snacks, pencil, chocolates, ice creams. For these type of products, ketchup, all these things, low involvement product, where when it is a new product, there you can have sales as an objective. So this is the long run impact of advertisement. As you can see, over a period of time, you can see advertising. It is some cases the sales is immediate. Sales may happen in a few days or few weeks. Other times, when you are attracting new customers to the segment, especially when the customers are new to that product segment, then it will take some time for them to get convinced why I have to buy this product. Say, for example, you are giving a advertisement of tea. So for tea, there are already people who are consuming tea regularly. So if it is a new brand, so attracting them and making them the customers may be much easier than attracting a new customer. That is people who are not drinking tea. So people who are not drinking tea, if you want to attract them, you will have to make more efforts. You have to convince them as why they have to drink tea, and then you have to tell them why they have to drink your brand of tea. Is it not? So that is more tougher. To convert a coffee drinker to tea drinker is much challenging than to convert a tea drinker to buy your brand. Okay, because he's already drinking the tea, is habituated to drink tea. So like that, some cases the advertising, taking a specific example, like it depends on different products. Okay, brand loyalty, and existing customers and new customers. And sometimes the product is new in the market and it is more durable product. It is not an FMCG product. So you will have to change the attitude of the customers toward the product. You will have to improve the brand image in the market. Then only the sales will happen. So this is taking some time. It may be a few months to some years to happen that. So there, the effect is not immediate. So that's why we cannot set sales as an objective. So then what? So you need to have certain objectives. You cannot just say, okay, I cannot set sales an objective, so what to do? So without an objective, you cannot go about with advertising. Advertising, you have to have certain objectives. So whatever task that you are doing, you need to have an objective, purpose. Should be there. You cannot avoid advertisement. So what you can set as an objective there? Something should be there. So what is that? So then that is called as operational objectives. So you should have certain objectives where you can measure it, where you can work on that. So such objectives, you can say it as operational objectives. So how to set these operational objectives? So you need to ask, as an advertiser, as a marketer, you need to ask these questions to yourself. Who is the target segment? Whom I am targeting through advertisement? Whom I am targeting at? Who are the target audience? Who are the target segment? So if I ask generally, people will say it is the consumers, it is the target segment, like that they will tell. So it is not that. As a marketing student, you cannot answer like that. So you have to go back to the market segmentation, the very first semester class. What would you discuss? So the population is not your target always for a particular product. So there is segmentation. There are different types of customers. So you will have to target a specific customers. Even in that, there are further segments are there. So we will see that. So you will have to have a very specific segment for which you are targeting your communications or advertisement. So who is that? So that, and you have to answer. The answer in the sense, the advertiser has to understand what is the ultimate behavior within that segment that advertising is attempting to precipitate, reinforce, change, or influence. So the advertiser has to understand that he is trying to enforce, that he is expecting. Behavior may be in terms of repeated purchase. Behavior may be loyalty. Behavior may be trial purchase. So like that. So these are the behaviors which will lead to sales. Okay. Repeated purchase is sale. Increasing loyalty is sales. Trial purchase is a sale. Happens based on your target audience. So if your target audience are new customers, then it is trial purchase. If the target audience or your is repeated purchase or increased loyalty, got it? So that is a behavior. So you need to know, as once you answer who is the target segment, then you should be able to know which is that behavior that I am trying to reinforce or influence. Okay, so that is the second question that the advertiser has to answer or know. What is the process that will lead to this desired behavior? Advertising play in this process. So now you know who is the target audience and what is the behavior that you want to expect from them. Now the third thing that you should know as an advertiser is that what is that process and what is the role of advertisement there. So if you are able to answer all these things, if you are able as an advertiser, if you know this, then you can set operational objectives. Okay. So trying to answer the target segment. So which say the advertisement is targeting whom? Who is the target segment? So if I am saying that, then broadly there are three types of segments, audience possibilities there. Any three. All three you cannot target at a time. All three, if you are saying I will have an advertisement to target all these three types of target audience, it is impossible. Then you are not a very good advertiser. So you have to be very specific in defining your target audience. So if you see here in this graph, you can see 3 segments. That is segment N, segment O, segment E. So what are these segments? So segment, I think the font is in the white font. So I am not very sure whether it is visible to you. So I'll try to change the font color. So segment O is segment O is those who are buying the brands exclusively, other brands exclusively. That means they are the customers of your product. I mean, they are customers of the particular product segment, but they are not buying your brand. They are buying your competitor's brand. So that is a segment O. That can be your target audience. They are not your customers. They are the customers of your competing brands. That is segment O. Then you have segment E, who are your existing customers who are buying your brands. So that can be your segment. You can target your own customers and increase the loyalty. Thereby, you can have more sales. Then the other is segment N, those who are not buying the product class itself. That is, they are not buying your brands. They are not buying your product competitor's brand. So that is also a possibility. As I said, a tea drinker, a person who is not drinking tea, so he will not buy any brands of tea, is it not? He is buying coffee or some other drink he is using regularly. Okay, so like that. So that becomes a, if you are taking the example of tea here, I am a advertiser of a tea, I am a marketer of tea, then segment and my brand is a particular Tata Tea. Okay, so segment E, if I am a Tata Tea marketer, segment E is the customers who are using Tata Tea. Okay, and segment O is the people who are using Kannan Devan tea or red label tea, who are buying and using that. Segment O is that. Segment N is the people who are coffee drinkers. They don't drink tea. Okay, so that is what. So you have 3 different types of segments. So all the 3 you cannot target with one advertisement. Okay, you can target all of them, but you will have to have different advertisements. So you have to be very clear as which segment you are targeting at. So which is much easier would be segment E, targeting your own customers and making them buying your brands again and more. That is trying to increase the loyalty. This is much easier. So if you are a small player in the market, Tata Tea obviously is a very large player in the tea market. If you are saying a very small, a new entrant is there, so for him, it is better to strengthen his existing customers' loyalty. So how do you do that? So you have to tell how your brand is better than others. What is the unique features of your brand? So why they have to continue using your brand? So that is what should be the message in your advertisements. Got it? Segment O is little bit tougher than this attracting. So here, those buying the brands of others. So here it is, you will have to tell further and tell how your brand is better than those products, other brands. Unique features has to be highlighted. Okay, so their media viewing habits should be understood, and you have to use those medias. So strategies will be slightly different. Okay, maybe you may come up with some offers, sales promotion offers. You may highlight the pricing differences. You may highlight the features differences. You will have to change their attitude towards your brand. So like that, those strategies you have to adopt when you want to attract this segment. So attracting this segment is tougher than attracting these two segments, segment O and segment E. Why? Because they are not tea drinkers. Taking this example, they are not at all convinced in why I should drink tea. Okay, if Tata Tea or Lipton or Kanan Devan, so these are very large players in the market. So these people can make an effort to attract this segment N. That is, they can make a non-tea drinker start drinking their brand of tea by through advertisement and marketing strategies. For them, it is much easier compared to a small player. So if a small player in the market tries to attract this segment, what happens? If a small player is there, some ABCD brand is there, which is a new in the market and their size is very small. They try to, so what do you have to tell to this segment if they want to start consuming tea? They have to tell, the message should be that tea is better than any other drink. Tea is, so if they're attracting coffee drinkers, you have to tell, some way you have to communicate the benefits of having tea than compared to coffee. Right? You have to convince them with that. Then only they will be converting it to tea drinkers. Suppose a small player tries to do that. What will happen? He will be convinced to drink. If at all he is convinced to drink tea, then he will see in the tea which is the popular brand. Chances that he will buy the popular brand in tea. That is, he may start buying Kanan Devan or Tata Tea. Got it? So small players cannot very easily attract this segment. Small players have to attract and strengthen their existing customers, or maximum they can try to attract this. Otherwise, it will be a very costly affair if they try to attract the segment in. So like this, you know that there are different types of customers when we are doing advertisements, and we have to be very clear which segment you are targeting at. So that is the first answer that the advertiser has to get. Then only they will be able to set the operational objectives for advertisement. Then, so this is what I have already explained now in the graph. So attracting the new customers from other brands, that is competing brands, that may be there. So here, attracting heavy users is an attractive segment. So when the people are not buying your product, they are buying the competing brands. So there is different segments within that also. There are, less users are there. People who are using less tea. For example, taking example of again tea, less tea drinkers are there. Heavy users are there, and loyal customers are there in that, loyal to the particular brand. Heavy users, heavy tea drinkers are there. So if you are able to attract these segments, so these two are again different, okay? You know that, you understand. Heavy users and loyal customers are different. If you are able to attract heavy users, it's very good for you because they are consuming more. Loyal customers, a customer who is loyal to a particular brand, he may be loyal to your brand also, right? So like that, if you are able, so it's a characteristic, consumer characteristics. So attracting these segments from the other brand is very good if you are able to attract new customers from other categories. In other categories also you'll find heavy users and loyal, but you may not be able to say that a coffee drinker may not be able to be a heavy tea drinker also. Loyalty, yes, he may be loyal to you if he is loyal to other brands. So that is attracting from new categories. Increasing the share, that is existing customers. Why you have to attract your existing customers? There you can make the less users increase their usage. You can make them, if the people are not using your consuming much of tea, make them use more. Ethical part is there, that is different. So it is not necessarily tea, some other products you can think of. Okay, brushing the teeth. If people are brushing the teeth once, you can tell them that you have to brush the teeth twice, or after every meal you have to brush. It is good for teeth. So that is, you're targeting the existing customers. So if you are able to convince them that instead of brushing once in a day, it is better to brush twice a day, then you are increasing the sales double, right? So that in that sense, so that is the importance of giving attention or focusing the existing customers. So you can make them more user buy more product and use them more, increasing the brand loyalty in your customers. Also, there will be some customers who are sometimes buying your brand and sometimes other brands. So slight brand switches. So you can make them loyal. You can tell, look, your brand, you have to continue because this is the benefit that you get. Maybe some membership scheme you can do. If this is the marketing scheme, they can what is that, loyalty points, membership cards. So that can be done as a marketing and marketing strategy, and that can be communicated through your advertisement. Reduce the price sensitivity. Reduce the price sensitivity of your existing customers. That is, those people who feel that yes, price is very important, tell them, look, quality and other benefits of the product, thereby try to reduce the price sensitivity. So that should be your communication strategy in advertisement. So like that, so that is the importance of focusing on your existing customers. So like that, so you should know that. So the process, the second or the third question was, what is the process that will lead to the desired behavior? Okay, so the desired behavior, we have said it will be trial purchase, loyalty, or trial purchase, increased usage. All these things can be the behavior which will lead to the sales. Now, everything you cannot attempt in one advertisement. Each one will be having a very specific behaviors that is expected from their customers. So now, say for a new product, low involvement, new product, what is the process? That is, first thing is you have to create a brand awareness. If it is a new brand, then you have to create the brand awareness. So brand awareness through advertisement. So new product means it is product like something like snacks, potato wafers, chocolates, ice creams. That is new in the market, new brand in the market. So first thing, awareness. So with the brand awareness only, trial purchase will happen. Got it? So the objective of advertisement should be to create brand awareness. Got it? So like that. Then some products like, so which is existing in the market, and you have to, there is a lot of competition in the market. Some products, say example like soaps, detergent, shaving cream, and things like that. But what happens, there is a lot of brand switching that is happening. So you will have to focus on your existing customers and increase the loyalty. So you understand that the behavior that is expected is loyalty, you have to increase. Then there again, you have to have more brand awareness, because people are not that brand specific. So if you increase the brand awareness, chances are that that customer, and also this product, there is no much difference. Okay, when the products do not have much difference in the features, consumers get confused and they will buy whatever product they see in the first sight in the store. Right? Detergents, you don't find much difference among the brands. So there, increasing the brand awareness is much important. So there, brand awareness becomes the objectives of the advertisement. And some products where it is a new product, but it has certain features, unique features, and again the product, it is in the, lot of competition is there. So the market will have to add some new features in the product and then try to market it. So that time you'll have to create brand awareness, and next objective should be knowledge about the brand attributes, the features. What is that new thing in the brand? So that, say, I've given an example of tomato ketchup. So tomato ketchup, there is so many brands in the market, there is no much difference. So if tomato ketchup, new tomato ketchup comes in the market, it may not be sold. Whatever advertisement you do. Features. Okay, you should tell maybe that the tomatoes are coming from organic market, or it is from a long, so many years back when Maggi tomato ketchup was long, in one of the stages, they said that it is having a thick, the ketchup is very thick. Okay, so that was the feature they tried to highlight. Okay, thickness. So compared to other brand review, it is very thick. Okay, so like that they try to highlight. Software, how softwares are marketed. A antivirus. So what is that new feature in that? So like that they have to highlight that. So that should be the objective of the advertisement, highlighting the brand attributes. Then it will lead to the trial purchase. Advertising, and then sometimes what is that? Knowledge of new applications. Sometimes increase the usage of the product. So how? Just like that, it is not possible. So you have to tell this particular product can be used for other usage also. Say tomato ketchup. Normally, tomato ketchup, you see that it is used as a with a bread. But I remember advertisement Maggi, when they came up, they also said that look, Maggi tomato ketchup can be used for so many purposes. You can use it with the samosa. You can have it in dosa. You can have it with the idli. So they communicated like that. Milkmaid is very famous for that. Milkmaid. Okay, Milkmaid is a condensed milk. So normally Milkmaid was used for making cakes. Okay, but what Milkmaids found that that it is not having that much sufficient sales, so they had to increase the sales. Again and again communicating this is good, that is good. It is not having much of effect. What they said, you can use Milkmaid for so many purposes. You can make chocolates. You can make in India making kheer. So they said that you can make varieties of kheer in this, varieties of sweet dishes. Carrot halwa you can make. You can make. Told that Milkmaid can be used for so many different purposes. New knowledge of new application. So like that, you will have to tell them as how this product can be used in different ways. So thereby trying to increase the usage. So like that, some industrial products, you will have to give advertisement and there should be sales leads, interest. Some people would be interested. Then sales will happen via personal selling. Through personal selling. Sometimes the advertisement. So like that, you see different processes, different variables that is involved that will lead to this desired behavior, like that. So that is these are the objectives for the advertisement. So depends on the different products. So I have given several examples here, so I feel that you can understand that. Then coming to the DAGMAR approach. So what is DAGMAR approach? So DAGMAR is the short form for defining a. This was a guidelines for advertisers as how they can set objectives for advertisement. So that was actually proposed by Russell H. Colley in 1961. So he said that advertising goal is a specific communication task that should be accomplished among a defined audience in a given period of time. So that is what DAGMAR says. So we'll further see what it is. So as you see in the definition of DAGMAR, so DAGMAR defines advertising goal as what it is. So if you see the definition, to create awareness. So what is that communication task you have to? It should be the communication task may be to create awareness, to develop attitudes, to induce action. And it says that it is based on a specific model. The communication task is based on a specific model that we'll be seeing. So that is nothing but a series of mental steps. So we know IDA model: awareness, interest, desire, action. So what is this model? It suggests that a product, in order to be sold, will have to pass through different mental stages, right? So that is what that model suggests. So according to this communication task also, it says that there are series of mental steps through which a product has to be passed, then only to lead to sales. So what is that model? So there are different models. Hierarchy of effects model is there, where it says that first, if the sales has to happen, there should be awareness among the audience. They should know that this product exists. Then they should have the knowledge about the product. What are its features? What is its pricing? What is its availability? All these features and availability and all those things. They should have that knowledge. Then there should be a liking, an attitude, favorability should be developed. Then there should be a preference over the other competing brands. Then there should be a conviction. Yes, I have to buy this. Then only there will be adoption. Okay, this is what this model recommends, which has to be achieved among the target audience in order to be sold. Then there is another this one also. So I feel that you understand that this is another model. So I'll not go in detail about it. The specific task to achieve a specific task. What is that specific task? Specific task means it should be having a measurement procedure. The object setting for your advertisement, then it should be you should be able to measurable, and there should be a procedure for measuring that. There should be a benchmark. Benchmark is standard. Okay, benchmark. I have to achieve this 60% mark, 70% mark, like that. How much awareness? 60%, 70%, 80%. I have a target audience. I have to achieve that. So specific target audience should be there. Time period. It is not that when and ever. So it should be on a that is within 1 month, within 2 months, within 15 days. So that should be there, and it should be written. It should be very clearly written. What is that goals? So that's why it is called as specific task that has to be achieved through communication. So there are certain challenges. So overall, DAGMAR is nothing but a guidelines for advertisers as how they can set the objectives of advertisements. So there are certain challenges. Sales as a goal. So there are people who argue that look, ultimate thing that you are setting, ultimate thing that you want through advertisement is sales. Then why can't you set sales as an objective? So that is an argument and challenges. Practicability and measurement problems are there. So we know that there are so many what is that? We are saying that trial purchase and what is that loyalty and all, which is that what is you are going to expect from the advertisement. So how do you measure that? So we say that sales has so many different effects. Similarly, these loyalty and trial purchase also is influenced by so many factors. In that way, they have measurement problems, and there are the other factors that influence the economy, the pricing, packaging. All that becomes a noise in the system. So in that way, all this becomes the challenges of DAGMAR. So that is about DAGMAR. There is a case study that you can read as I will be sharing this slide with you, so that you can analyze. Maybe in the next session you can analyze that. Then also there is promotional budget. What are the different types of promotional budget? So that is there. I feel that no much explanation is required for that. It's already detailed. If you want, we will be discussing about it maybe in the coming session. Otherwise, for today, I feel that this is enough for today. If you want to ask anything, you may ask.